It's that frightful time again when the restless dead arise to haunt the living, when demons wake from their slumber to slake their hunger for the souls of the damned. The blood moon waneth and the witching hour approacheth. I bring you dark tidings of that most malevolent, cruel, and truly accursed of all distortion petals upon which Old Scratch has set his grisly talons. Tremble in fear, mere mortals, before the blood-curdling power of...
It's the black coffee. Yes, I know, with as established a name as Danelectro has among the metal guitar community, a pedal like this is a shoo-in, am I right? That was sarcasm in case you didn't catch it. Danelectro guitars carved out a niche for themselves in the doo-wop crowd, and that's largely where they've stayed. I don't have time for a full history, but 5 Watt World does a very good deep dive if you're into that sort of thing. Suffice to say, around the 90s, they expanded their arsenal with a new line of what's referred to as the toilet seat pedals, and a few years later came in with the miniaturized, more budget-friendly version, which is that hellish dystopia that spawned the black coffee. So why feature the black coffee? I'm not really a metal player, and there's certainly a plethora of other more established and frankly better-made pedals out there. But everybody's heard of the Metal Zone and the Rat. You probably have 17 demos of those types of pedals from better musicians than I on your YouTube feed as we speak.
Do not lie. The hag's evil eye sees all.
This is also a discontinued pedal, so I feel like I should do what I can to document it. I won't claim to be the first, but there aren't that many demos out there, that I've seen anyway. The last reason is a sentimental one. I feel I kind of owe it to a buddy of mine who threw this pedal in with a guitar purchase, as well as a Boss Super Overdrive and some other goodies. Incidentally, you'll see Tira, the finished product of that guitar project, making an appearance in this video. It's the black one, because of course it is. Anyway, I've gotten some good studio use out of this pedal, even if it didn't make the cut for my main board, so I thought I'd give the black coffee its own moment in the sun.
The blackest of nights.
So here's the rundown on the Danelectro DG21C, better known as the black coffee. I won't sugarcoat it. It's a cheaply produced plastic pedal with a fairly derivative circuit. It's cute. I know cute and metal don't often play well together, but let me tell you, this little black box is an Agretsuko. She absolutely screams. Layout is pretty basic. We've got DC power, in, out. Back is rubberized with a recessed screw to access the battery and innards. On the front, we've got a cheap-feeling but functional plastic arcade button-style foot switch, as well as 3 knobs. There's no gain control in this pedal. Why would there be? If you're not running your gain at 11 100% of the time, you can go back to your Silver Skies and Tube Screamers. You want to be dad rockers, because your heart clearly isn't black enough for true metal. Kidding aside, a gain control would have been useful for those like myself who want to explore the pedal's tonality in a more nuanced, less in-your-face kind of way. I've gotten around that by splitting in a clean signal or multi-tracking with overdrive and fuzz effects, but I get it. I'm not who this pedal is made for. For the Target demo, the knob was dead weight, so they lost it. Next we have a tone stack with separate knobs for treble and bass, and boy will you need those knobs. The black coffee can be, how to put this lightly,
as shrill as the shriek of a banshee.
The treble knob allows you to tame that high end if you want more of the howl of a werewolf, say, or a ghost's haunting moan. I'm a bit of a high-end junkie, and even I keep the treble knob at 0 most of the time. The bass is a bit more usable, dialing in that sculpted and compressed low end for those who want to go
deep into the viscous morass of doom metal and anywhere in between.
I'll be demoing various settings on both knobs to show you what I mean. Some of those more ice-picky tones might be just the trick to cut through a mix in the right context.
So today, in honor of All Hallows Eve, I'll be using my orange and black project guitars running stereo through my orange and black Star amps.
I didn't plan this, I swear, but I'll exploit the hell out of it. Both amps are set full clean with reverb. I'll be using the Boss DC2W Dimension C for some stereo movement. Okay, enough talking. It's time to see what
evil lurks in the heart of the black coffee.
Oh, by the way, folks, I'm trying a different miking setup, so maybe you can hear me instead of me having to cut myself in and out. set up this a little more bass heavy here. Get some treble going here.
Parting thoughts before the veil once more separates us from the world of the living.
I can unironically say I love the black coffee. It packs a hell of a punch from a small footprint. It's not quite mini territory, but for its day it was one of the smallest on the market, and while they're built cheaply and mostly plastic construction, many of them have stood the test of time. I owned a tremolo from this series, and it saw a lot of use before finally giving out. Well worth the two-figure asking price, which, by the way, as of the filming of this video, you can still get them for. Most I saw were in the $40 to $45 range, so a great budget pedal if you're sick of whatever circuit clones Amazon is putting out there. If you're not sure, give it a shot. What have you really got to lose? Anyway, folks, I've been Astrid Lenore. Have a happy, fun, and safe Halloween, and above all, stay beautiful.